Today I'm going to be ranking every single character in Deadlock based off of how hard they are. I did do this over a year ago in September of 2024, but I've changed as a player, characters have changed, and a lot of new ones are out, so we are going to do it again. Before we get into it, I want to say thank you guys for all the love and support on the last few videos. I really appreciate it, really cannot state enough how much I appreciate it, so if you want to continue to like and subscribe, I will continue to appreciate it. Let's get straight into the tier list and talk about how we are going to be rating them. We're going to be going off a character you can play with your monitor off, a brain dead easy one, a pretty damn easy one, a character you got to try on, and a character you got to sweat on. Now, it's not going to be based off of how strong the character is, because right now it's a lot harder to win on Infernus than it is to win on Wraith or Haze, but they probably take the similar amount of skill level. You know what I mean? It's going to be more like how much effort you have to put into winning overall, just based off the character's kit. And let's start off with probably one of the easiest characters in the game, Abrams. Character has been super strong. You literally just go, hey hoo, I see somebody, I press pin, I buy green items. You hit your 4.8k fucking orange spike, and then you just kill people, and it's not fair. It's just not fair. You're like weighted shots melee charge with like $17,000 worth of green items, and then you just kill people. And not a fair character. They need to nerf the damage scaling on pin, the weapon damage that you get. Apollo might be a God of Sweat character. I'm gonna be honest. We'll see who ends up in that tier, but I'm gonna keep him up there for now. Apollo is sweaty as hell. Like, okay, he's brain dead easy in lane, right? He's definitely like really easy in lane. But in order to win on this character, you have to put in the Lord's work. He is very hard to convert a lead on, and constantly having to time your threes, time your riposts, reset your stamina with your one, and like just abusing his broken movement is very hard. So for that reason, Apollo is in gotta sweat tier. Bebop cannot go into monitor off just because of how hard hooks are to hit. I know they're really easy, but they are not monitor off kind of easy. Like, you just kind of have to sit there and fish for them, and especially how Bebop's being played right now, like tank bop, if you're trying to fight early before you get all of your strong items and your tier 5 uppercut, like, not too easy, but still a very easy character. Billy, another monitor off character, bruh. 1-3-1 melee, left click, melee, left click, light melee, like just there's nothing hard about this character. There's nothing hard about this character. Especially he's broken right now, so there's nothing hard about him. Calico's a gotta try one. Calico, you have to know where you should be positioning in fights. You have to know when you should be using cat, when you should be rotating. You have to know her combos. Pressing those buttons in those orders, the 2-1 light melee 4, like it's a lot of inputs, and it's a little bit hard. So I'm gonna put her into the gotta try tier. Celeste, you got to try on. And now this is controversial. I play a shit ton of Celeste. I have a lot of games on Celeste. I have like 30 something on Celeste. That's not where I showed that. I have almost 40 games on Celeste. A little bit of it's in Street Brawl, but the movement is a giga crutch. Don't get me wrong. Her movement's a giga crutch. But landing threes, especially when you don't have expansion or rapid recharge, is really hard. Knowing how to, like, position after your hit, after you used your one, and then, like, sure, the ball's brain dead, but like her shots are really hard to hit if you're not ricocheting them. Like, there are things to the character that are hard that I can't put her in easy, and you have to be able to know how to do movement tech and stuff. Hence, gotta try. Doorman might be one of the hardest characters in the game, but people are playing him like he's pretty damn easy. And until people start calming and rotating through doors, I'll say this every single fucking video. I'll say it every video that I talk about Doorman. Doorman should be the hardest and best character in the game, but right now, he's just not, and he's pretty easy because you either go, I build the glass cannon, or you go, I build the vortex web. It's just one of the two. It's one of the two, and there's no in between. Speaking about I build the glass cannon, Drifter is pretty damn easy. The only thing that is hard about this character is landing Stalker's Mark and knowing how to position, like lurking for invades on jungle to try and get isolated kills. That is the only thing that's hard about this character. There is nothing else that is hard. Giant bullet hitbox, giant one hitbox, passive that infinitely stacks, and a big AoE ult that blinds people. Like, just very, very strong character that you don't have to do a lot of thinking on. And not a lot of mechanical inputs either. Dynamo is one of those ones that you actually have to think on. He's getting harder and harder to play in these patches. The more people learn and the more people evolve, bro, like, it's just, there's going to be more unstoppables. There's going to be more curses. There's going to be more knockdowns. There's like, just naturally as the game evolves, Dynamo is going to be harder and harder, especially with hard CC building into people's kits. The more characters that come out, there's going to be more hard CC built in. And like, it's just going to start to be a lot harder for Dynamo players to actually do their thing. So casually, he's going to get harder and harder. Graves is a monitor off character. You put your tombstone on the left lane. When you see people on the right lane, you rotate to the mid lane. Your Graves get the fucking walker. You get a walker. And then the game is over. It's very, very simple. Like, you can do it I genuinely think I could play a game of Graves with my monitor off. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see me play a game of Graves with my monitor off. Could be pretty fun. Next up, we have the Gray Talon, the man himself. He's brain dead easy. Gun build's really easy. Arrow build's pretty easy. Bird build's pretty easy. You just kind of have to be in the right spots at the right time. 4 arrows hitting for like, what, 2,100 damage? It's kind of insane, but not monitor off. You do have to aim your abilities. You do have to kind of look for what you're doing. A little bit harder than turning your monitor off. And in the same vein, Haze is going to go right there. If you get shut out early game in this meta on Haze, it is very, very hard to recover. Like, if you're at 15 minutes and you're at like 9k, unless the game's going to 45 minutes, you're never going to really recover. So much farm gets eaten up on this map. I had a game yesterday where we just weren't interacting. Both of the teams weren't interacting. We were playing the game very well. Neither team really had a catch comp. And we both just kind of sat there, farmed our sides. 17 minutes came, and all of us we're 5 stacking mid because there's 0 farm on the map. The map was literally empty. And like, if you're Haze in that scenario where you were behind, you're like, okay, what, my team's just down a player right now? So it's a little bit hard to recover sometimes, but Haze is definitely in the brain dead easy tier. Holiday's movement's hard. Hitting crack shot has mechanics in it. Hitting barrels is pretty easy, but there's no Holiday has a very high skill ceiling, but not a very low skill floor, but a decently low skill floor. Probably similar to that of these characters. And Goober's gonna hate me for saying that, but I think that she's relatively easy. We can disagree. Her lasso is essentially an auto aim off of a barrel because they're movement locked. Like, you barrel lasso, it's like genuinely almost an auto aim. Like, fucking bounce pad movement is relatively easy, similar to Celeste movement. Like, that's why it's in the gotta try tier. Now, this was talking about how good characters were. As I talked about in the intro, Infernus would be in a very, very high tier that you have to sweat in order to win with Infernus, but it's not. It's talking about how easy is Infernus, and you just gotta burn people, man. You just gotta set people on fire. That's about it. See ya. Sorry. Dude, whenever this is like a weird tick that I have, is that whenever I say that's about it, I have to say see ya. It's very weird. Very weird. Ivy's another brain dead easy one. Like, okay, the only hard part about her kit is trying to like play the macro game with her ult, is when you should be splitting, when you should be like flying teammates places. Like, that is the only hard part about her kit. I played a game of gun Kelvin yesterday, and I actually went like freaking crazy in it. We lost, unfortunately, but like, Kelvin, his kit, very simple. Oh, I'm low, I throw nade. Oh, there's a bunch of people on me and my tank's here, I press 4. Oh, I gotta slow somebody down. Sorry, my bark started dogging, and I had to see if my mic was picking it up, and luckily it is not. But ice path, easy movement. Beam, big AoE slow ability that ricochets. Oh yeah, yippee. Nade, big AoE ability that heals. Dome, big AoE ability that heals. Very easy character. Geist, Geist is pretty damn easy. She has to aim. Like her bullets are pretty small in comparison to like doorman or gun talon, but playing for swaps is something that actually requires brain power. Whatever. I think Geist is pretty damn easy in comparison to Bebop, Talon, Haze, and Infernus Ivy. I think she's easier or harder than them rather. I have almost 1,000 games on Lash, and I can tell you guys, this character is brain dead easy. He has the most crutch movement in the game. Grapple sends you flying into the air instantly off of an ability. Holiday, you have to place it a little bit harder, a little bit further in front of you. Celeste, you have to like actually hit movement in order to get into the air. But nope. Oh no, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. Flip 180, flick 180, grapple, bye bye. Like genuinely the most crutch movement in the game. He who I hit slam, like it's fun, it's awesome. It feels really sick when you do it, but it is very low skill expression. Like now, don't mind you, there are people who play Lash and like they are insane at the character, but I just he has a very low skill floor. He's a very low skill floor. And I'm sorry to my Lash players. I am. I am. I think in my last tier list he was the highest tier, but just I can't. I can't reasonably put him there. McGinnis, dude, McGinnis has been so bad for so long that it's like you have to rate her on like Haze and Infernus, where like based off of how strong they are in the meta, it's so hard to win a game on McGinnis. Like it just actually is. Now, sure, you could just build Tesla and split push the entire game or whatever, but like there, I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's really hard to win on McGinnis. So she is going into the middle tier. The middle tier. I don't have much else to say. Mina should be pretty damn easy, but I got to put her a little bit higher than that. You have to be able to hit your movement. Like, okay, Mina has one of the most movement crush abilities, and let's compare it to Lash. Like she has a invis fade that is like an auto dodge, right? So that's really strong, but it doesn't give nearly as much air velocity as grapple does, and it doesn't reset your air dashes anymore. Um, but Mina, she just feels sweaty to me. She just feels sweaty, and that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Mirage is going straight into the pretty damn easy tier, higher than the other M1 characters, and I'll explain why. TP is strong. You have to be able to play opposite side, get your team pressure opposite side, and then TP in, and then you're up a person in a fight. Like, Mirage, played correctly, is very hard to deal with, and people don't play him correctly, so that's why he's in the middle tier. He's pretty damn easy. It's a very simple gameplay loop. Your team picks up the urn, you go to the side that they picked up the urn from, you push it up, you get to their walker, you see the guy defending their walker, you go, okay, bye, TP over to the fight, you're up a person. You win the fight, you win the game. Yippee! But people don't do it. So, pretty damn easy. Mo and Krill. Mo and Krill's harder than all of these characters in the Brain Dead Easy tier. He is. Well, like 100%. You take a gigantic beating on the character in lane and in the game. Mo just has like a gigantic hitbox that everybody wants to shoot for some reason, and being able to time your burrows so that you have burrow when people are actually looking at you. Hitting big scores is really fucking easy, but being able to calm your combos and like actually get value from the character is really hard. So he's going into the pretty damn easy tier. Next up, we have Paige, Bookworm. Bookworm is in this gotta try tier. Her abilities are actually pretty hard to hit before you have your knockdown and your vortex web. But like, I mean, this character has the potential, like Briar ult, to cross map hit the entire team. Like you can hit 11 people with your ult across the map. No other character can do that. Like she has the biggest skill shot in the game. Now, is it a giant AoE when you're close? Yeah, it is, but like sometimes you're not close. You know what I mean? And timing barriers in lane is actually a little annoying. It's a little hard. Sometimes you're like, man, fuck, like why'd I barrier there? And then dragon's a brain dead ability, but we don't actually care about that because it's not good. And like hitting your root pretty easy, but also pretty hard. You know what I mean? It's like you have to predict where people are going to be going and vortex webbing and whatever, bro. There's a lot of micro that goes into the character, so she is going to go into the gotta try tier. And talking about a lot of micro, Paradox is going right next to her. You have to press a lot of buttons in a quick succession while being in the right spot on the map at the right time. Paradox is a hard character. Like optimally hitting your what you press 3 1 click 2 4 and then like whatever, like it's hard. And then on top of that you have to be doing it on the correct person at the right time. Very hard. Another character that was in the hardest tier and now has dropped into a bottom tier is Pocket. Just man, character sick, high skill ceiling, very cool combo character. He's an affliction bot right now. Dude, I could hop into any elo and play Pocket and be an affliction bot. I could go expansion, arcane surge, duration, and like has my first 4 items, bro, and win the game. Genuinely. Very easy character to play right now. Uh I know I said I'm not rating them off of how easy they are to play right now, but I did. I have to for Pocket. I have to. Rem is hard, man. Rem is hard. All right, did I get you guys? He's pretty damn easy. He's brain dead easy, actually. Dude, invade doubles at. Okay, let's talk about Rem's gameplay loop real quick. Very quick. 2 minutes. You go farm your boxes, and then you go into the vents. You let your teammate solo farm. You come back. You have more money than the enemy laners. Your teammate has more money than the enemy laners. You win lane. Okay, cool. You won lane. You know what that means? If you were right side, you can invade doubles. Okay, cool. You invaded doubles. Now you win the game because you permanently invade the other team and you're just permanently up a player. You're so much stronger. Like, dude, like, Rem sleep giant AoE CC ult. Like, giant AoE CC ult. Tag along is like probably the best healing ability in the game, and then helpers is just an auto pusher. Like no, the character is brain dead easy. 7 monitor off character, man. Like Infernus and Haze, they're both like these farming characters where you have to try and be at the right place. Like there's a little bit of micro to it. 7 is I hate from the tier 3 camp into 8 minutes, and then I go over to the other camp, and then I'm back for the wave, and then I go over to the other camp, and then I'm back for the wave, and then I'll go push another wave, and then I'm over to the other tier 3 camp, and then I take the doubles, and then we win. And then we win because I have 37k at 28 minutes. Dude, a character has to be hard in order to have a 44% win rate and continually get nerfed. Right click movement's insane. Like, there's so much micro that goes into Shiv, and he has one of the harder abilities to hit with knife. It's not that hard. It's a pretty large hitbox, but it's still like a decently hard skill shot in comparison to a lot of the other gigantic hitbox abilities in this game. Baiting people into small rooms, that's not easy. Okay, it really is. People just love to follow Shiv into a small room, but Shiv has so much micro, and the character just keeps getting nerfed. Managing rage, like I cannot explain all the intricacies of Shiv in such a short video. Just know, Shiv hard. Shiv hard. I have more games on Shiv than any character, and I'm still bad at the character. Silver, I want to put lower than this, but you have to hit your shots on her, and that's like more than you can say about a lot of these characters. None of these characters do you really have to hit your shots with. Big AoE ult that stuns them so that you can hit your shots. Uh, press 2, big AoE. Like, none of these characters you really have to hit your shots on, and you have to hit your shots on Silver, and then you transform, and then she's brain dead easy. But playing in human form is a little bit hard. Do I have to explain why Sinclair goes into God of Sweat tier? Like, I'm not explaining it. He's up there. Okay? Okay, cool. Venator, brain dead, easy. Like, melee build, the melee build is meta, by the way. It's meta. It's the most effective tactic available. Like, he goes, douche, bow, and then they're dead. That's it. That's it. Like, you think Abrams is easy? This character's easy in comparison. But the rest of Abrams' kit is a lot easier than the rest of Venator's kit. Ult is a skill shot. His gun, actually hard to hit, is not a giant shotgun. Has a skill shot ability, you know, bounces off walls and whatnot, and then explodes if it direct hits. And, like, I guess the trap exists. Victor and Seven are the same character. Like, there's nothing else to say. They're the same character. Vin's pretty hard to play. Vin is pretty hard to play, but also pretty damn easy. No. Like, okay. The thing about Vindicta is there's, like, very much two different ways to play her. There's, like, Echo Shard Stake with Duration and Outfire, whatever. And then there is playing her like a carry. And playing her like a carry is actually pretty hard, but Echo Shard Stake is, like genuinely monitor off type stuff. So she can go straight into mid-tier. I can't remember a single thing that I said in this video, and that seems like it's good. Viscous is the next got a sweat tier. Like, puddle punch movement, ball movement, knowing when to cube teammates, and then knowing how to puddle punch them once they're cubed, hitting your ricochet splatters. Like, so much goes into this character, and he is very, very, very hard. Might be like one of the highest skill floor characters in the game. I think he actually is one of the highest skill floor characters in the game. Vyper's pretty hard. I know you guys are saying, "Oh, dude, all the other M1 characters are low. Like, why is Vyper hard, dude?" She has like 24 bullets and one of the fastest fire rates. You have to be abusing the slide. Like, I know she has the slide built into her kit, but still, you have to be abusing it. I see so many new players get into the game and go, "Dude, I want to play that fucking snake," and I'm like, "You shouldn't," and they're like, "I'm going to," and then I'm like, "You shouldn't." And then they do it, and they're like, I'm constantly reloading my gun. And I go, "Well, if you slide, you have infinite ammo." And then they don't understand how to slide. It's a lot of micro. Spirit Burst is really easy early game, but once you get into that late game and you're sliding around, you're trying to, like, add, I don't know. Character feels hard to me, and realistically, she's probably a tier lower, maybe 2, but I think the character's hard. I think she's hard. What? Warden can go straight with the other M1s. Like, just come on, man. We farm, we show up to the fight when we have our ult, and then we win. That's all Warden does. That's all he does. It's not that complicated. Dude, I'm putting Wraith in bottom tier in comparison. Wraith's just like, I don't know. I feel like she's just a slightly easier than the rest of the M1s. I mean, higher than 7, of course. But, like, I think she's slightly easier than Haze and Infernus. I think her objective damage is just unreal. And being able to catch yourself on a split push is pretty easy. Pretty easy. Yamato, guys. Yamato is going into... You guys can't hear me doing the drum roll. I'll add it in post. Don't worry. Yamato is going into the gotta try tier. She is not that hard, but power slash is a skill shot. You are a frontliner that doesn't have a shit ton of built-in sustain late game. Like, sure, your 3 heals max HP, but whatever. Ult knowing when to ult is actually really tough because you need to have it for your team fights. So if you're taking it on, using it in a one-on-one, you barely win the one-on-one, and then your team fight breaks out, feels really bad. Just also, I'll be completely honest, I suck at Yamato, so I gotta try when I play her. So that's why she's going up here. Alrighty, guys, that was my tier list of how hard characters are to play. If you guys want to see something similar, maybe like a skill ceiling tier list, because, you know, this could change a lot if I was talking about skill ceiling, but not skill floor. Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I want to thank you guys for all the love. Actually, all the love in my videos has been encouraging me to actually play the game. I haven't been playing the game very often before I started making the videos, but I have been playing the game a shit ton. And man, I've been going crazy. We're up to Turnus 5, 600 on the leaderboard. Just absolutely insane. I appreciate everything from you guys. And listen, I don't got nothing else to say to you guys except peace.